I, I just woke up from a dream where you and I had to say goodbye. And I don't know what it all means, but since I survived, I realized wherever you go, that's where I find you. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Good. Be next to you. Oh, lost in the words that we sing. I don't even want to do this anymore. Cause you already know what you mean to me. And I don't say I want. Wherever you go, that's where I'll find. Nobody's promised tomorrow. Be next to you, right next to you, next to you, right next to you. Oh, it's so thing I wanna be next to school. If the party was over and our time on earth was through, I wanna hold you just for a while and time. Be next to you. I wanna be next to you. Oh, Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars, and they want to be next to me? Really? That's a good one. Anyway, Craig here, Rainbow Radio, back to be in the saddle this Sunday morning at 10 a.m., as I am most every Sunday morning. And once in a while, I'd have to take a break. 10 until noon. Rainbow Radio, which is all about LGBTQ things happening in the community and a little bit beyond the community when it's appropriate, as it might be. And if you're a regular listener, you know I do like to talk a little bit about that dangerous thing to talk about among friends and and socially alike, which is politics. And the big thing that happened this week was the big beautiful bill that has been before Congress, which should change the way the government operates in so many ways, and it's very concerning for so many. And I tend to agree with that. It is something to consider. So I thought, well, what is this? If you're just kind of you're busy working and you know this thing's been going on, but you're just not sure what it's all about. You hear this, you hear a little bit of that. So I just thought I'd give a recap. It's not it's by an unbiased recap. The top 10 things that it's going to do. Here's a quick breakdown, and the newly passed one big. It's not. I don't even want to call it the bill, the tax bill. Number one, tax cuts are now permanent, especially for the wealthiest Americans. So that's is actually renewing the $2.4 trillion debt that was from 2020 from the first term for the current administration, and so it keeps that alive. It isn't gonna fade away. So it's permanent. Tips and overtime pay, no more federal income tax on tips. Now, I don't know about overtime pay, but I do know that the gratuities are specifically for cash tips, not for tips that are on credit cards. So the more you tip in cash, I think it's the better. And being that we are in a resort community, and yeah, and I think it's appropriate that it's nice that when we tip our service providers cash, it's but what this bill really does is eliminate taxes on cash tips, which it's no secret, it's a common secret that cash tips are grossly understated from the employees. There is a minimum that's imposed that you have to claim if you've worked so many hours. I don't know how they calculate it, but anyway, it really does nothing, is what I'm trying to say. But it sounds really good. I'm worried about tax on tips, which, again, if it were tax on all tips, then yeah, maybe. But there are some other restrictions with it as well. Wealthy homeowners score. So the SALT tax deduction cap jumps from 10,000 to 40,000. So corporations win big with renewed business tax breaks for research and development and write-offs. Well, okay. Seniors get a bump. There's a higher standard deduction for those seniors 65 and up. Well, the one that was there really wasn't ridiculous. Does that help? I suppose it's a bump. I suppose national debt is set to explode. That is by all accounts from everyone, just like the first time around when the same thing was imposed in 2020. Possibly adding 3 to 5 trillion over 10 years. And number 7, this is the in plain English. Number 7, the rich get richer. The biggest benefits go to the top earners and billionaires. I should drill down into that, but this is just a brief. Future programs like Social Security and Medicare may feel the squeeze. Essentially, there are a lot of requirements on it that I feel that are unrealistic requirements as far as being able to get your benefits. So that's an attempt, I think, to squeeze it out, make it difficult to qualify, make it difficult to contact Social Security and have a conversation with them. And then, anyway. I don't want to get too much opinion in there. Number 9, some middle income families get short-term relief, but it's uneven. And number 10, America's debt to GDP could skyrocket, raising red flags for the economy. So stay tuned. We'll keep you informed on that one. But that's what happened. Now, why do I have it? Oh, okay. So let's get that's the news out of the way. Okay. On this morning here, it is currently 64 degrees in Laguna Beach. And as it's actually 65, it just changed. How about that? It is a beach day, and those who are sweltering from the heat out in the valley or further out in the valley to Palm Springs, this is a place to be this time of year, at least for a weekend or so. If you can swing it, come visit us. We'd love to see you. And what else is going on here? Pride Month has come to a close. That was the end of June. So it was a barn burner Pride Month. There were so many things going on. It's crazy. I mean, the next event, as far as political messaging and I guess protesting, I don't know what else you can call it, but peaceful protesting, which is freedom of speech, is the 17th of this month, and that is Get Into Good Trouble. Thurgood, one of our major legislators, is historically said it's good trouble to get in good trouble. It's good to get into good trouble. So I know there's a lot of things planned on that day. And what else do we have? I got some, I got a thing here. I want to talk to Laguna Beach. And and I had a message here. I feel like our Constitution is being assailed, right? And that's not so great. So with that, let's go to. I'm going to read an article. It's as if the Constitution, our Constitution, had a voice. What would it say? What would its message be? So how come okay. I'm going to get it set up, but I'm going to read it to you. It's a message from our Constitution, and with that, it's very important. Here we go. While I get set up for that, let's take a nice little listen to David Archuleta. He was very busy during this last month, as I've seen. He's been everywhere. There's a Pride event. Anyway. Oh, no. Another man down, another heart left on the dance floor. Goodbye now, he wants more. Words flow right out of his mouth. Yeah, like he's never had sugar before. Don't care about a main course. One night in the cinema praises, two shots from the honeymoon phases, three wood phrases, skipping stages. It's all over your face like, oh no, there goes all of your clothes. Speaking words you don't know. Yo te vuelvo loco, loco, loco. You want me in slow-mo, snap me like a photo. Yo te vuelvo loco, loco. I want you to run away. I can have a taste of crazy. No, it goes on and loco. Speaking words you don't know. Yo te vuelvo loco, loco for you. Won't leave my bedroom. Your serotonin on the nightstand. I'm not even trying.
Night and singing my praises 2 times, and I got you saying what phrases, skipping stages. Oh no, there goes all of your clothes, speaking words you don't know. Yo te vuelvo loco. You want me in slow mo, snap me like a photo. Yo te vuelvo loco. I think I'll let you one day. Cause out of your clothes, speaking words you don't. Yo te vuelvo loco. Part of your life. There goes all of your clothes, speaking words you don't know. Yo te vuelvo loco. Oh no, you want me in slow mo, snap me like a photo. Yo te vuelvo loco. You don't wanna speaking words you don't. Yo te vuelvo loco. Oh no, there we go. David Archuleta. Now, this next little article I wanted to share with everyone. I had an idea that said, let's ask, what do you think if the Constitution were a person and wanted to give a message from a wise, weary, yet resolute guardian of liberty, our Constitution? What if it could speak? What might it say? So I put that question out there, and I got this idea of what our Constitution might say, particularly in regard to what's going on today and in the world of politics and such. And this is what our Constitution had to say. I was born in a hot Philadelphia summer, forged by flawed yet forward thinking hands who dared to imagine a new kind of government, one by the people for the people. For over 2 centuries, I have stood as a compact between freedom and restraint, liberty and order. I've been amended, tested, battered, and stretched to my breaking point, but I have endured. Not because I am perfect, but because the people believed in what I represent, the promise of a nation governed by laws, not by whims. I watched slavery taint my early chapters, and I wept. I watched brave Americans expand my vision through civil rights, women's suffrage, and equality under the law, and I rejoiced. Each generation has either strengthened or strained my purpose. I am not merely ink on parchment. I live in your courts, your protests, your ballots, and your classrooms. But lately, I tremble. I see truths once held self evident now dismissed as inconvenient. I hear silence where there was where once there was a defense of checks and balances. I watch power twisted not to protect the many, but to preserve the few. I witnessed efforts to erode the foundations I was built upon: justice, transparency, and accountability and peaceful transition of power. These are not just traditions, they are my bones. Do not dismantle me through apathy or blind allegiance. I was never meant to be a weapon, but a shield. I do not belong to any one person, party, or president. I belong to you all. So read me, debate me, defend me, not just when I serve your interests, but when I challenge you to be better than you were. If I fail, it will not be from force without, but from within. And if that day comes, I will not be because I failed you, but because you failed me. That's pretty sobering. Anyway, I thought I'd share that. That's an interesting concept and perspective. It's not intended to be um, political on one side or the other. It's just what the Constitution might say, giving what's actually going on, giving the factual changes and events that we are experiencing. And so there you have it. A strong message from our Constitution. If only it could speak, and if only it could speak really, really loud, that would be nice. Anyway, that's the story. That's what I'm sticking to. Next up, what do we have? I decided I'm going to talk about Laguna Beach. How about that? A little bit. I mean, someone needs to take that mantle up and talk about Laguna Beach. So I did some research, and I had a fun time with it too. And here is the fruits of my efforts. Let's start with Laguna. The name Laguna. I should do a pop quiz. Text me if you know the answer. Um, so Laguna, the name Laguna Beach and Laguna Beach had Spanish origins. Shocking. 60% of the California is Hispanic. Did you know that? And a layered history tied to the geography and early colonial exploration of Southern California. The meaning of the word Laguna is Spanish lagoon or small lake. I didn't know we were a lagoon. I don't see it, or small. I don't see either of those, but that's the Spanish meaning. Spanish explorers and missionaries used the word descriptively for areas with coastal wetlands, estuaries, or small inland bodies of water. Well, I suppose we could qualify for coastal wetlands. We may have some somewhere here. Anyway, history use of in Laguna Beach. Indigenous history, pre-1700s. The area now known as Laguna Beach was originally inhabited by the Tongva people. Now, I did not know that. Did you know the Tongva preceded us? Who called it a name related to Look Up, meaning a place of sand or similar variations. They lived in harmony in the natural spring streams and the marine-rich coastline. So the indigenous history was, you'd think we would have heard it. I wonder what the real estate values were then. I digress. That's a rhetorical question. Spanish and Mexican periods. That was from the 1700s to the 1800s. When Spanish missionaries and explorers arrived to California in the 18th century, they named many locations based on geographical features. The areas around Laguna Canyon had several natural seasonal lagoons. There we go. And freshwater springs, which prompted the Spanish to call it La Laguna. La Laguna. If you're here in the 1700s and 1800s, I guess the law fell off. The name stuck through the Mexican land grant era, especially under Rancho San Joaquin, land giant, which included present-day Laguna Beach. In the 1800s and 1900s, the area was referred to as Laguna or Laguna. Oh, Laguna? I'm from Laguna Beach. That doesn't sound right. With various spellings. In the 1880s, settlers began developing the town. The 1880s, that's a long while ago. And the name Laguna Beach became standardized. By 1927, the city officially incorporated as Laguna Beach, solidifying its name. So we became a city in 1927. Do you realize our 100-year anniversary is coming up being the city? Yes, it is indeed. What is summary? There's some other indigenous. Well, we did that, and Spanish, colonial, and American. So it went from through all of them. Bonus fact: there are other California places named Laguna, like Laguna Hills, Laguna Niguel, and Laguna Woods, all inspired by either the same Spanish term or derived from proximity to coastal marshy areas. Okay, so we got the name Laguna out of the way. What do we have? Oh, what I want to say is Laguna Beach. With this is a little bit about its notoriety with celebrity notoriety. With its stunning coastal views, artistic roots, and laid back luxury, has long attracted celebrities. Yep, looking to retreat or even a permanent home. Where it's here's a list of those people. So, actors and entertainers. Top of the list is Bette Midler. I got accused of playing too much Bette Midler on the station, but I don't know. I backed off. The legendary singer and actress has been known to spend time in Laguna Beach. Diane Keaton owned a Spanish style home in Laguna Beach and is known for her interest in architecture. Heather Locklear grew up in Southern California and has had ties to Laguna Beach. Kristen Cavarelli rose to fame on Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, and later The Hills. Those are two television series programs that are. Stephen Coletti, another star of Laguna Beach and The Real OC, born and raised in town. Lauren Conrad, also a product of Laguna Beach, The Real OC, later became fashion designer and author. And now we move on to a new category, artists and designers. So the number one artist is Weiland, of course. Of course, Robert Weiland, famous marine life artist, as we well know here in Laguna Beach, operated a prominent gallery in Laguna Beach and has painted the iconic Wailing Wall near Pacific Coast Highway. We all know that's right next to the Hotel Laguna. George Dubin, I met George, and he's been on the radio station with us many times. Acclaimed local artist and sculptor with public installations around the city. Diane Schulman, renowned interior designer and Laguna resident known for her tasteful aesthetics. Musicians. Kenny Loggins, the Danger Zone singer, has called Laguna Beach home. Alan Parsons, music producer and performer, reportedly lived in the area. Writers and cultural figures. Timothy Leary, now we all know that one. The psychedelic advocate lived for a time in a bohemian compound in Laguna Canyon in the 1990s. Oh, 60s. Excuse me. Big difference. Albert Dakar, actor and politician who owned property in Laguna Beach. In the media and reality TV category, Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, the MTV show propelled the city to national fame and brought attention to the many locals turned celebrities: Lauren Conrad, Kristen Cavallari, Stephen Coletti, and Lo Bosworth. I have to have I can have opinions, okay? I thought that program misrepresented very much what really Laguna Beach is really all about. It missed the heart and soul of Laguna Beach. And unfortunately, there's a multitude of people because of that program that look at it much differently than what it is, the reality, unfortunately. Frequently, and last of all, frequent celebrity visitors and rumored homeowners. Leonardo DiCaprio, known to visit coastal Orange County, including Laguna. Brooke Burke has vacationed in the area and praised its beauty. Ellen DeGeneres and Porta de Rosa, her wife, are based in Monticello and have been known to explore properties in Laguna. It's kind of hard to say what properties are owned by celebrities because often they appreciate their privacy, and so many times the homes will be listed under a corporate name or not. They'll be sheltered or protected from prying eyes, because public record will have the name of the people and, what what it's all about. So I'm going to step back to an old Boy George song. It's a remake of it, but it's kind of a fun version of it. And back on the other side, I have a poem I'm going to read. How about that? A poem on look on KXFM radio. Here we go. Love your eyes all the way. If I listen to your life, would you say I'm a man without conviction? I'm a man who doesn't know how to tell contradiction. Come and go, you come and go. Come and come and come and come and come and chameleon. Come and go, you come and go. Love is easy because like a dream. Red golden bee, red golden bee. Didn't hear your wicked words every day. And you used to be so sweet, I heard you say that my love was an addiction. When we came, our love is strong. When you go, it's gone forever. You sing along, you sing along. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. Come and go, you come and go. Love will be easy because life a dream. Red, gold, and green, red, gold, and green. Every day it's like Bible. You're my lover, not my rival. Every day it's like Bible. You're my lover, not my rival. Got the fiction, I'm a man, 'cause I know how to tell contradiction. You come and go, you come and go. Come and come and come and come and come and chameleon. Come and go, you come and go. Love so easy because life's a dream. Red, gold, and green, red, gold, and green. Come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. You come and go, you come and go. Love so easy because life's a dream. Red, gold, and green, red, gold, and green. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, chameleon. Come and go, you come and go. Love will be easy because life's a dream. Red, gold, and green.
I want to tell you about the Cliff Restaurant here in Laguna Beach. The Cliff has an amazing menu. You will find something that you'll fall in love with, whether it's for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. This I guarantee you. But as fantastic as the dining experience will be, that's only the start. You'll be eating this extra yummy meal while enjoying the best view of the Laguna coastline imaginable. From the patio, you have a full 180-degree view of downtown Laguna and beyond. After dinner, gather around the fire pits to hear some of the best local talent to be heard in Laguna Beach. The menus, entertainment schedules, and more can be found at their website, thecliffrestaurant.com. 7 days a week, the Cliff Restaurant at 577 South Coast Highway. You'll be happy you went.
The Cliff Restaurant, an underwriter of Laguna Beach, KXFM radio here, 104.7. Speaking of Laguna Beach and the Cliff Restaurant and the beautiful view, Laguna Beach, California has long been held a place in the hearts of artists, writers, and environmentalists, and Hollywood stars. There may not be an abundance of widely circulated famous quotes, but in the same way, like you might see in, say, New York or Paris, there are some notable remarks, and I have them here. Stories that capture the spirit of Laguna Beach over the decades. Notable quotes and sayings about Laguna. Here we go. Are you ready? Put on your seatbelt. Betty Davis lived in Laguna Beach in the 40s. Good old Betty. I think I'll have a smoke. My dad hated her because she always had a cigarette in her mouth. Anyway, Betty, love you. I'll never forget the quiet beauty of Laguna. She soothed, it soothed my soul. Well, thank you, Betty. While not widely published, this quote is often paraphrased in local lore and exhibitions related to her time in Laguna. Number 2, John Steinbeck during the 1940s visit. I did not know he visited here. The Pacific was always a little friendlier in Laguna. This quote is recorded by friends in conversations not widely published, but recounted in local historical circles. Richard Halliburton, explorer and writer, once called Laguna a Shangri-La by the sea. This romantic description helped build the mythos as an artistic escape in the 1920s and 30s. Number 4, Eller Larson, the greater of Laguna Beach. Hello to you, beautiful day, isn't it? This phrase became legendary. Eller became a beloved town fixture, greeting everyone for decades. His statue, this is the greeter. His statue still stands downtown. The greeter. Famous stories. Birthplace of the California Art Colony. In the 1900s, I didn't realize it went back that far. So that's 125 years ago, if you're counting. Artist Norman St. Clair painted plein air scenes of Laguna, calling it the most beautiful stretch of coast on the Pacific. He inspired a wave of artists to settle there and starting Laguna Beach Art Colony. By 1918, the Laguna Beach Art Association was formed, which later evolved into the Laguna Art Museum, which is a wonderful place here. I can't tell you how wonderful Laguna Art Museum is. It's the management, everything about it, wonderful. The story of the Pageant of the Masters. In 1933, local artist Roy Ropp helped turn a small town festival into the iconic Pageant of the Masters, where live actors recreate famous works of art. It is now one of the most famous art festivals in the U.S. Ropp's idea was based on a simple comment: "Why don't you just become the art?" Well, I guess a simple comment or a note on a napkin in a restaurant when you're thinking about things can become a lot more than what you bargained for, and in a good way. MTV's Laguna Beach, The Real Orange County, 2004. Though met with mixed reviews from locals, this reality show put the town on the global pop culture map. It's like high school, but with the ocean, the tagline from the show. Okay. Environmental and civic quotes. Laguna has a strong conservation history, absolutely. James Dilley, the Laguna Greenbelt founder. Laguna's Greenbelt is a nickname of nature. It must never be broken. Never break the belt. Poetic impressions and descriptions. Many writers and visitors have offered poetic musings, including author Joseph Wambaugh. Laguna Beach is too beautiful to seem real, a postcard you could walk into. So there you have another little snippet about Laguna Beach today. I'm focusing on maybe some local interesting stuff because the national stuff is so depressing. And sometimes it's good to take a break and look at what's before you than what's farther off in the distance, you know, uh, as they say. And if everyone would keep in mind the title of this next song as we look at what we're doing across the nation and doing our best to make the world better. This is a sentiment that I strongly support. You get what you give.
Wake up, kids, we've got the dreamers disease. 14, we got you down on your knees. So, but like your busy, still sing, please. Enemies, when you're down and you're friend. Every night we smash the Mercedes Benz. First we run and then we laugh till we cry. When it's falling, you cannot find life. You feel your dreams dying of time. You've got the music in you. Don't let go, you've got the music in you. One dance left, this world is gonna pull through. Don't give up, you've got a reason to live. Can't forget, we only get what we give. Hey, 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 get what we give. Hey, 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 you've got the music in you. One dance left, this world is gonna do. Don't give up, you've got a reason to live. The miracle mile, well, they would do it in style. It's flying in for the drive. Got the music in you. Got the music in you. Don't let go, you've got the music in you. One dance left, this world is gonna go through. Don't give up, you've got the music to live. We only get what we give. Hey, 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 music in you. Got the music in you.
Here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your.
Tequila drinker, double shot, yeah, I need you. I know this life, it look nice, but it get deeper. I run from reapers, dodge bullets from Glock Ninas. I live my life trying to prove myself to non-believer. Gotta stop that, the devil talking, I block that. Got some homies in heaven now that watch my back. For all this pain, we numb it with champagne. 100 bottles in the club, that's a goddamn shame.
Everybody hurts sometimes. Everybody hurts someday. Everything gonna be alright. Only the glass and say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Memories bring back your.
Nah, I done lost love, lost 50s, lost drugs, lost fights, nigga, lost life, but loved ones. Lost time, press and rewind, it won't budge. It's alright, you can tell me your truth, I won't judge. I done lost too. Relationships you could call true. You hit me up and I'm gonna fall through. Telling lies to sound true like it's all you. Learn to love what's imperfect, that's what God do.
Everybody hurts sometimes. Everybody hurts someday. Everything gonna be alright. Let yourself say, here's to the ones that we got. Cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. 'Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your. Bring back your. Bring back your. Yeah. Memories bring back your.
Yo, that was Maroon 5, Memories Bring Back. Next up, what do we have next up? Oh, it's on this day in history, LGBTQ lineup for July 6th through the 12th, highlighting key milestones, births, impactful moments, and queer history. Here we go. Are you ready? We didn't have anything happen on July 6th. But July 7th, around, well, it says there's no widely recorded major LGBTQ events tied to the state. However, in the early July announced this, and around this time in 1969 and 70, the Gay Liberation Front, the GLF, began organizing in the wake of Stonewall Uprising, laying foundations for the many pride traditions that followed. On July 8th, the Connecticut's governor signed into law revisions repealing the state's sodomy laws, one of the first such reforms in the U.S. To decriminalize consensual same-sex activity, and early breakthrough in legal equality. That was 1970, and I know there's still some states that have that law on the books. You know, someone should do some housekeeping, really. July 9th, the Mattachine Society of New York hosted its first formal gay power meeting in Greenwich Village, symbolizing a shift to more assertive activism post-Stonewall. It seems like LGBTQ history is all, the benchmark is Stonewall on so many ways. In 1986, New Zealand fully decriminalized consensual same-sex acts between adults, an important legal milestone in a global LGBTQ trajectory. And for July 10th, 11th, and 12th, while there is no specific dates that these events happened, but they were during these times, the UK Gay Liberation Front holds its first ever UK Pride March in London, which set an international precedent for LGBTQ organizing in July each year. July 4th, the first annual Reminder demonstration was held at Independence Hall in Philadelphia in 1965, one of the earliest organized LGBTQ protests led by Frank Kameny and others. In 1969, the Gay Liberation Front officially forms in New York, rapidly inspiring similar groups nationwide. So that's it. Not much news. I mean, for all that fanfare, there was not much news. And I am almost at the top of the hour, so I'm going to play one more little song because I think it is an important one. Here for you now, as I am.
We'll be passing by and they'll be wasting time just waiting for new. And while they're chasing dogs, we'll be dancing in the dust, 'cause we're coming through. Whenever you need me, I'll be high. And I promise to take you all to the heights. Ah. You wasted all your love. I'll be here for you, here for you. When the darkness left its bones and you run away from home, I'll be here for you, here for you. Well, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. You. Here for you. Yeah, I'm here for you. You. While they're on the ground, we'll be looking down, 'cause we found the truth. And the fire in our hearts will be blowing up the stars. Now we're coming through. Yeah. Whenever you're feeling down inside, it's no, I'm here for you. No, and when you feel you've had enough and you wasted all your love, I'll be here for you. But I'm here for you. Here for you. You.
KXRN LP, Laguna Niguel, Laguna Beach. KXFM on 104.7, KXFMradio.org.
Hey there, what's up, Laguna? Janice Murray here with news. Orange County is serious about cracking down on speeding and excessive noise by cars. In a sting operation, Sunday, June 29th, Laguna Beach Police, coordinating with other officers from San Clemente all the way up to Seal Beach, including Costa Mesa, Newport Beach, Santa Ana, and La Habra Police, they made 138 traffic stops and issued 190 citations in just one day. 36 were for loud exhaust violations, with the loudest reading recorded being 121 decibels. Another 28 citations were for speeding. One drive clocked in at 90 miles an hour on PCH and Seal Beach. Come on, guys, do we have to show off that much? Because you'll get caught. The PD's pledge in a police report, we are left with no choice but to take a zero tolerance approach to enforcement. These coordinated stings to catch violating drivers will continue through the end of the year, funded by the California Office of Traffic Safety. And I'm Janice Murray for news on 1047 KXFM. And now let's go to Dave.
Thanks a lot, Janice. As we all know, we are rolling into the last day of the long holiday weekend. Not a lot of change in our overall weather pattern. And the beach hazard conditions continue until 11 o'clock tonight. We've been seeing some very impressive surf over the last couple of days, and that will continue today on the average of 4 to 6 feet. There could be a couple of pops to 7 feet, though the overall trend is for stuff to kind of calm down a little bit as we go through the day today. The strongest waves will be on the south-facing beaches, and once again, expect strong rip currents over the next 12 hours or so. So a lot of extra care. On this Sunday, you got it, some early morning clouds, but overall sunshine is the rule with very nice temperatures. 72 at the beach, 74 at the mountaintop, the canyon, 72. Talking to all the folks around town, everybody is saying, what a delightful weather pattern. Then tonight, some clouds will build in after the sun goes down, which is 8:04, 60 for the overnight low. On Monday, you guessed it, some early morning clouds and sunshine. Temperatures about 72 degrees. Let's warm it up to 75 on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday, about 76 as a large dome of high pressure takes over. That's my forecast. Enjoy the day. I'm meteorologist Dave Murray. Tune in, turn on to KXFM 1047, Laguna's Community Radio.
I'm Marianne Williamson.
Jack Canfield.
I'm Doreen Virtue.
My name is Miguel Ruiz.
Hi, I'm Carolyn May.
This is James Van Prague.
Keep doing what you're doing, Greg. Balancing the negative radio broadcast with positive energies.
Listen to Inner Journey with Greg Friedman, Sundays from 7 to 9 p.m.
This disclaimer is a statement notifying listening audiences that any opinions expressed on our shows are not representative of Laguna Radio, Inc., its management, or its board of directors.
Hey, I'm back. Craig here, Rainbow Radio. I have, as I am starting our second hour here at 11 o'clock in KXFM in Laguna Beach, I have a poem about Lady Liberty, and it's titled Lady Liberty's Whisper. And I want to read it to you. And I am. Here we go. Upon the harbor's edge she stands, a torch held high in weathered hands. Her copper robe, now green with grace, still welcomes all to freedom's place. She speaks not loud, but all can hear a message strong, forever clear. Bring me your tired, your poor in plight, yearning to breathe in freedom's light. Beneath her graze a promise swells of liberty that never sells, a dream declared in ink and pen by founding hearts and humble men. The Constitution, firm and wide, a compass for a nation's stride. It speaks of rights that may all may share, no matter skin or creed or prayer. For every name, both old and new, from distant shores they journeyed through, to build a life to claim a part in this bold land with an open heart. We are a quilt of woven threads, of stories told, of tears we've shed. Yet we still rise from every shore to knock upon fair freedom's door. So Lady Liberty lifts her flame, not just for wealth or noble name, but for the dream that never ends, that we are strangers made of friends. That's what's in my heart. The message of that poem. And I mean that in all sincerity here this Sunday morning on KXFM 104.7 in Laguna Beach, doing what we can to spread good news and good feelings. California, I talked about Laguna Beach, so now I'm going to talk about California some more because I do like California. I'm a native. There's not a lot of us. Doesn't really matter whether you're native or a visitor or a recruit. I don't know. So I have a curated list of significant political and social legislative milestones in California's history. The emphasis is on recent developments impacting the LGBTQ community. So here we go. Political and legislative highlights in California. It kind of gives you a tone, a perspective of what California is about, rather than opinions and such, because this is what's actually legislated and embraced and supported. Signed into law on July 14th in 2011, California became the first state to require LGBTQ inclusive content, including political, social, and economic contributions in public school curriculum. So that's just what that is, which is great. Safety Act, and it's an Assembly Bill in 1955, or Assembly Bill 1955, signed into law just last year, 2024. This first in the nation law prohibits school staff from outing LGBTQ students to parents without consent, protecting student privacy and autonomy. So teacher can't call him and say, I think your little boy's queer. Just queer, one of them queer people. I digress. The California Legislature LGBTQ Caucus, established in 2002, composed entirely of openly LGBTQ plus state legislators, the caucus champions pro-equality bills and increased representation. It began with Sheila, Sheila, I don't know, Sheila, I guess. It's a funny way of spelling Sheila. Kuhil, Carol Migden, Christine Kehoe, and Jack Goldberg, later joined by Mark Leno and John Laird. In 2013, the conversion therapy ban was put on the books. Banned conversion therapy on minors with appellate information leading to full enforcement in 2013. So It was, that's a good one. Anti-discrimination protections. This was expanded statewide protections in 1992 bill adding sexual orientation to employment statutes. In 2003, updating laws to include gender identity in housing, employment, and public accommodations. Protections, that is. I guess that's not apparent there. Laws that protecting to include gender identity in housing, employment. Okay, moving on. Marriage equality and domestic partnerships. In California, the first state to recognize same-sex domestic partners in 1999. Prop 8, we all know that one, overturned same-sex marriage in 2008, but the ban was invalidated in 2013, and same-sex marriage was rigorously restored, culminating in Prop 3 in 1924, which added marriage equality to California's Constitution. So it is part of the California Constitution, and there we go. Gender recognition and identity rights. Gender X option on official documents, driver's license, birth certificates, enabling non-binary recognition. That was effective in 2019. I did not know that. Death certificate, Gender X language, and government usage of gender-neutral pronouns codified in 2021. Elimination of legal hurdles for updating state IDs beginning in 2023. Wow. Because I know that's really difficult in many places. Panics and hate crime reform. The first state to ban gay, trans, panic defenses in criminal trials. I mean, to me, that is just, you don't like the color blue, you absolutely hate it, and all of a sudden you saw color blue, you were forced to look at it, and you murdered someone because they're wearing blue. I mean, that's what that reality of, everyone can hate something, unfortunately. And mandatory LGBT sensitivity training for law enforcement in all California law enforcement agencies since 2019. So that's cool. And moving even more here, restrictions on education censorship. Bans local school boards from censoring textbooks or library books addressing LGBTQ plus or racial content, protecting inclusive educational access. And now we move along to social and civic activism in California and legacy events. Medellin Society and the Daughter of Billets, 1950s and 1960s, founded in Los Angeles. The Medellin Society in San Francisco. These were the first sustained gay and lesbian organizations in the U.S. Here in California. How about that? Compton's Cafeteria Riot, one of the first known transgender-led riots, occurred in San Francisco's Tenderloin, sparking new community advocacy and support networks for trans people. And then, of course, we know in 1977, Harvey Milk's election, elected to the San Francisco Board of Supervisors as California's and one of the nation's first openly gay elected officials. His 1978 assassination and the resulting White Night riots mobilized queer activism in the state. Berkeley domestic partnerships and early LGBT politics. Berkeley pioneered domestic partnership benefits in 1985. Berkeley has always been kind of the liberal bastion of liberalism. Yeah. Let's see. West Hollywood incorporated in 1984 and was the first first city with the majority of openly gay city council. I know for a while recently, the whole entire city council in Palm Springs was LGBTQ. Wouldn't you know? Equality efforts against Prop 6, the Briggs Initiative. That's going way back for my listeners. If you've not heard of the Briggs Initiative and you want to know more, there's a lot about it, but they didn't think teachers should gay teachers should teach. This ballot measure sought to ban LGBTQ teachers from public schools in California, but was decisively defeated, preserving educators and rights and civil inclusion. AIDS era community action in San Diego Blood Sisters. In 1980, lesbian volunteers in San Diego provided urgent blood drives and caregiving when blood donations from gay men were federally banned, filling critical public health gaps. Recent blowback from gender affirming care. In 2025, Stanford Medicine paused gender affirming surgeries under the 19s I don't get it, under 19. I guess that's what they call the category. Under federal pressure, raising alarms about institutional draws under national anti-trans influences despite California's protections. San Francisco Pride protest in June 2025, just a few days ago. Pride parade embraced the theme, Queer Joy is Resistance, turning celebration into present protest amid Trump-era federal rollbacks and loss of corporate sponsorship. So there you have LGBTQ measures. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that I just went over, and that's all good. 7 in a row. So we can pray for a brighter future, right?
Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home. I hear your voice. It's like an angel sighing. I have no choice. I hear your voice. Feels like flying. I close my eyes. Oh God, I think I'm falling out of the sky. I close my eyes. Heaven help me. You whisper softly to me. You're in control, just like a child. I'm dancing, it's like a dream. No end and no beginning. You're here with me. It's like a dream. Let the quiet. You are free to dream. To dream. Maybe that it's never meant to be. You are free to dream. To dream.
I need a lover to keep me sane. Pull me from hell, bring me back again. Play me the classics, something romantic. Giving my all when I don't even have it. I always dreamed of a solemn face. Someone who feels like a holiday. But now I'm in pieces, barely believing. Starting to think that I've lost all feeling. You came out the blue on a rainy night. No lie, tell you how I almost died. Why you're bringing me back to life. Fall in love with the little thing. Finding the tattoos on your skin. Tell me a secret, baby, I'll keep it. And maybe we can play house for the weekend. Here at the blue on a rainy night. Don't lie, I'll tell you how I almost died. Why you're bringing me back to life. This one is for forever. 'Cause I'm afraid that living couldn't get any better.
Oh, that was Troy Sivan, an angel baby. I'm going to make a phone call here. I hope it works. To an important individual is putting together a very important program here for the community. And let's see if it goes through. Okay. Um, Harry, can you call me? Thank you. So sorry for the dead air, a little technical glitch. I'm going to start a Benson Boone song, which I've been on a steady diet of him lately, but his music is making the charts. Now, hold on a second. Call me at the station, 949-715-5936. So let me give you a little preface. Harry is a pillar of the community. He's been very proactive in saving the canyon and doing a lot of things for the community that we love and protecting our world, as it were. And so his latest project is doing some community service as far as beautifying our environment that we live in. He's not giving up. He worked for the Parks and Recreation or Parks Departments, Orange County Parks Department for a while too. And so he's let's play Benson Boone. Sorry.
There's nothing colder than your shoulder when you're dragging me along like you do. Like you do. And you switch up with no warning and you kiss me like you want it. How rude, how rude. But I kinda like it anyways. I don't mind if this is gonna take a million days. I know you'll come around to me eventually. If you sit back, relax, enjoy my company, my company. Once you know what my love's gonna feel like, nothing else will feel right. You can feel like moonbeam ice cream, taking off your blue jeans, dancing at the movies, 'cause it feels so messy. A little hard to give, baby. I wanna give you the world. Not saying you gotta chase me, but I wouldn't mind it. You give me just a little bit of something we can work with, but all you do is push me out. But I like it anyways, 'cause I think I'm getting closer to you every day. I know you'll come around to me eventually. Just sit back, relax, enjoy my company.
You're live, Harry. Are you there? Hello, you are there.
I am.
Hey, Mr. Huggins, I was giving them a little brief about what a wonderful person you are.
No.
Oh yeah, the word's out now. It's on the airwaves. Harry is been very active in the community in so many ways, but right now he has a project under his wings that he is working with cities and governments and I don't know libraries and art galleries and I don't know. And it's a plein air. It's a plein air project. Can you share with my listeners what you're up to lately?
Lately, it's been a fundraising event for Laguna Terrace beautification. But in that event, whether we make any money or not, it's probably not as important. But it's about getting kids out to learn how to do a plein air painting. And we're teaching those kids over at the Molten Museum.
Really?
Yeah, it's $25 for registration, but the kids don't pay anything at all for the painting instruction, the equipment, the paint, the brushes, everything that they need to go out and do a plein air painting.
So, what's the age?
The adults also do, they also can be part of the activity. And I'm quite proud to say how many of the judges are from Laguna Beach. The best de la creme of all the plein air painters are in Laguna Beach.
Wow. Well, so what's the age thing? Maybe I qualify for a youth. What do you think?
You're making me laugh. Okay. Those ages are 12 to 17.
Through 17.
And,
you can't be 18.
No.
Dang, I just missed it. Ah, that's terrible.
Craig, you're so funny.
Oh.
It's become quite a neat thing. The city council got behind it. By that, they are also one of the sponsors, as well as Cox Communications, CR&R, and of course, obviously, the Molten Museum.
Well, and I understand some plein air organizations that are supporting it, at least in.
I got it.
Yeah.
The most important part I forgot.
Yeah.
La Papa in Laguna Beach. It's Laguna Art Plein Air Painters Association, I think. I'm sorry. I don't have it in front of me to keep the words right.
Right. But I know that, and if you're listening and you don't know, you like art, but you're not sure what plein air or plein air, I don't sure how you pronounce it. I've heard it plein air, like plein.
You can do that.
And I did have people from those various associations on Art Walking a couple months ago where we talked about plein air. But anyway, that I digress. It is about painting outdoors and painting landscapes, essentially, using the natural light and the natural beauty in the area. And
the part that's fabulous about it is, and makes it a challenge, it's not like you just go out and start painting.
Yeah.
It's a timed event. You start at 8 a.m. and you are over by 1 p.m. That is, I think, 5 hours.
That's too much time, I think.
And that's, I don't know. I don't think I could do it. I think some people actually, when you do plein air, take several days.
Yeah, or months. I know.
But this is, it's a contest to see who can do it quickly.
And
so
I understand this is the second annual one, so you're riding a wave, right?
Well, I think so. It's feeling good that people are spending $25 to win $500 top prize.
Yeah.
$400 second prize, $300 third prize. Now it's among the adults. Among the youth, there will be 3 prizes there too. 150, 75, and 50. So for a young person, 12 to 17, that would be quite a coup to bring home a check for that to your parents and say, "Look what I did."
I was going to say, if you're a parent and you have a child that might show an interest in something like this, be a great way to have a little parent child bonding and join the fun. Yeah.
They're able to come to the Moulton Museum before the event. The training takes place on July 11th. July 11th is a Friday, and you should get registered for that beforehand so that we know you're up for it. That being the case, they'll participate on July 19th, just 18 or what's that, 10 days later. It's going to be quite a thing. And then it'll be shown at the Moulton Museum on August 2nd to August 21st. So we're going to have a reception for those families of the kids who performed.
Yeah.
And that'll be the top 10. And the top 10 among the artists who have performed, they too will be part of that show. We have Michael Obermeyer, one of the most famed in the area, and Mr. Sewell. He is another. And let's see, we have Wendy Worth. She's also a recognized name. And we have one of the leading arts student instructors from ALCAD. And then we have a senior specialist from Laguna Woods Art Association.
Wow. So there's 5 judges. 4 out of the 5 are from Laguna and very prominent artists in their own right.
Right.
As judging the competition. Wow, this sounds great. I think I'd like to go to the reception on August 2nd. I guess it's August 2nd, and then it runs through the 21st, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And the reception will be on August 2nd. I don't know what time exactly yet, but we'll be setting it up as we get closer.
And all this information, where can we go to find all this information?
Oh, everything I've been speaking of is on our website, and it's eligible at LagunaTerraceBeautification.com. So just remember LagunaTerraceBeautification.com.
Is it .com or .org?
No, it's .com.
Oh, okay. All right.
But thank you.
Yeah, I was worried there. And they can register and pay their fee on the website, right?
I forgot to tell you where the paintings are going to take place.
Oh, yeah. There's 6 locations, well, I recall.
Yeah. One of them, the City Hall. It's a site for many weddings, and there may be one going on that Saturday. There usually is. And then, and that has the habitat around it too. And then there's the sports complex, which will feature people in activities that might be cool, like skateboarders or maybe a volleyball team playing. But then we've got a classic little park here in the neighborhood called San Remo Park. And then finally, we've got 3 parks all located in the Nellie Gale Ranch. And if you haven't been to the Nellie Gale Ranch, there are some beautiful valleys and hillside sceneries, some distance shots as well. So it's going to be exciting to see what they produce.
Can if you're the artist and you sign up, do you have a choice of which location you want to work, or how does that work?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
They can go to any one that they want. We're not going to nail them down in advance. However, as they register, we may ask them where they're headed.
Yeah.
So we're sure to have support staff there. When I say support staff, that's to make sure they're not bothered by anybody else. Somebody looking over their shoulder and making sure they've got everything they need.
Boy, this sounds like a lot of work putting on an event like this that's brings so many communities together for a common cause under the auspice of beautiful art and art
Yeah.
creation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
It's
being
exciting for, I think, young people to have a way to demonstrate their skills, something they may have learned in school already,
Yeah.
or something they want to learn and go to our plein air painting contest.
or they
The
want to
instructor-
expand it. Yeah. Who is the instructor? Do we know?
Yes, her name is Chris DeYoung. Now, that last name you'll know is associated with the San Francisco DeYoung Museum.
You're kidding.
However, this person is not that family group right now.
No.
She is a experienced instructor, as in she has taught painting and been president of the Laguna Woods Art Association before this.
No.
So,
have you been to the
it's
DeYoung
great too.
Museum in San Francisco?
I have. It's fabulous.
It is, and they've actually done some major upgrades in the last couple of years, made it even more fabulous. But I saw
Yes, and, it's interesting to point out that the Moulton Museum is quite a home to plein air painters. The Moulton Museum has featured several plein air shows and is now dedicating more and more attention to that.
Well, the fact that they've got it in there, I mean, often art shows just might last a weekend, but it isn't there from what 19 days.
I think so.
Yeah, 19. Well, 21 minus 2 is 19. That's my
Oh
math.
my God, the math of this. I don't know.
I am a genius. I know. So
You're funny.
this sounds like a lot of fun. Is there a deadline to sign up? So these people
Yes,
need to know.
Would like everybody signed up by the, well, let's see, I'm looking at it. I think we've published a deadline of the 8th, or that can't be the 8th. It's got to be right before the event. I think it's the 11th, 12th, 13th. I think it's 3 or 4 days before the actual painting. So before they should register by July 15th. There we go. I found it on my flyer.
Is but for the registration. Okay, and there is a small fee. I understand that goes with it,
Yeah, $25.
and that's for
And
both.
it's pretty standard for all plein air painters. Each of the contests.
Well, if you're a student or a youth participating, not a student but a youth from 12 to through 17, it's a bargain because of the instruction you get and the materials you get for the instruction.
So their registration is also $25, but they're not paying for any of the painting supplies, which will be given to them.
Yeah.
And the 2.5 hours instruction
Yeah.
that leads up to that.
And the wine that goes with it, right?
No.
Oh, that's the adult ones.
That's the adult
Oh,
one.
sorry.
Yeah, July 11th is the date of the class.
Okay.
So they should get registered before that,
Yeah.
probably by the 8th or 9th.
Before the deadline, which is the 15th. Yeah.
Which is then that's the adult one is the
Okay.
15th. The youth one has to be registered before that July 11th class.
Okay, and it's kind of open. Yeah.
It's open now.
Well, that is really cool. And if you're just tuning in, it's a plein air artist competition, and it's at 6 different locations in the area: Laguna Niguel, Laguna Hills, and what am I missing, Harry? Laguna Niguel, Laguna Hills. I guess that's it.
Well, it's not the cities as much as it's all in Laguna Hills, and it's 6 different locations in Laguna Hills. Probably what confuses people is to say Nellie Gale Ranch, and some people think that's in Laguna Niguel, but it's not.
So it's Laguna. It's in the Laguna Hills area.
And it's a beautiful countryside there.
Yeah. And the actual event is on the 19th, and then after it's curated and or I guess judged. It's not curated, but it's judged, and then there'll be a big event.
Yes, it's juried, and that juried event is something to brag about. When you look at who the judges are, and you go, "Wow,
wow, okay."
If you're selected by them in the top three, you've probably produced a pretty damn good painting.
So if you need something to spice up your summer here in the Laguna area, this is a great way to do that and share with others your visions of art and your skill and your talent, and then have a party on the 2nd.
Yes.
Yeah, that sounds great to me. I hope we. Go ahead.
All of the artwork will be on display at the Moulton Museum, but moreover, the City Council of Laguna Hills will be respectfully honoring with certificates for those top three people.
Oh, wow.
Who are selected for their paintings because they are in Laguna Hills.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I appreciate your time today and sharing this exciting information. And if you want to sign up, it's LagunaTerraceBeautification.com. And it's it's a mouthful, but just LagunaTerraceBeautification.com. And you can sign up there. It says plein air on the top menu. I know that for certain. And you can sign up there right now, right, Harry?
You can right now, any time of the day, even into the wee hours of the morning, you know?
Yeah.
Anytime you're in the mood to get committed to doing a painting, that's it.
And so if you're a grandmother and you have a grandchild that's 12 to 7 through 17, you want to gift them this, you could go online and do it. Yeah, do it as a gift to your grandchild, because they're artistic and their parents are too busy to doing so many things that it'd be a nice gift.
That is very smart. Yes.
So it's all about sharing the love, Harry. Anyway,
I'm ready for it.
Thank you for your time so much, and thank you for what you're doing for the community. I think it's brilliant. It touches so many happy points for me, being art and being culture and being sharing the love. It's all very good. And
learning and demonstrating what you've learned,
Yeah, it's very good. Art is wonderful. Anyway, have a great afternoon. It's almost afternoon, and I appreciate you calling in, and we'll get back to some music and other news here. I'll say goodbye, Harry. Bye-bye. Ciao. Adios.
Ciao.
All right. Bye-bye. So that's interesting. We can, a diversion, something different. It's in its second year, I know, because I know they did it last year. So it's all good. What else did we have? I cut off Benson Boone. So I'm going to do another Benson Boone here because it's just what we need to do. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in. And here we go.
For a while there it was rough, but lately I've been doing better than the last 4 cold Decembers I recall. And I see my family every month. I found a girl my parents love. She'll come and stay the night, and I think I might have it all. And I thank God every day for the girl He sent my way. But I know the things He gives, He can take away. And I hold you every night. That's a feeling I wanna get used to. But there's no man as terrified as the man who stands to lose you. Oh, I hope I don't lose you. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. Don't take these beautiful things that I've got. Please don't take. I found my mind, I'm feeling sane. It's been a while, but I'm finding my faith. If everything's good and it's great, why do I sit and wait till it's gone? Oh, I tell you, I know I've got enough. I've got peace and I've got love. But I'm up and I thinking I just might lose it all. Please stay. I want you, I need you, oh God. I need these beautiful things that I've got.
How do you want to feel this summer and beyond? Trusted since 1971, Lindora has been helping millions of people take charge of their health. Whether you want to shed a few pounds or make lasting lifestyle changes, our personalized programs are designed with your goals in mind. With a holistic, science-based approach and medical supervision, Lindora guides you through nutrition counseling, coaching, and exercise, transforming not just your body, but your life. Because living healthier today means a longer, more vibrant tomorrow. Lindora, empowering lives for over 50 years. And today, Lindora is a proud sponsor of KXFM, Laguna's Community Radio.
Well, it's that about that time to wrap up Rainbow Radio. I know we had a lot of a lot of stuff out there, and that I felt compelled to talk about. But my highlight was two things to remember here. One is that I love the message from our Constitution and the poem from Lady Liberty. And I think they're a commentary of sorts about what's going on in our world today and how important it is that we preserve and protect our Constitution and our constitutional rights. And that that's what has persevered and kept, I think, this, as they like to often refer to it, this experiment and alive, and that so many people believe and support the Constitution and what it brings, and that no one is above the Constitution. No one, and it's for everyone, and it's inclusive. So that being said, I'm going to take it away. Catch and release, a good message, good words, and I will be back next Sunday. Same time, same place. And I do have a couple of guests in the hopper, and I'll have more information then and share it with you then. Again, thanks for tuning in. For Rainbow Radio, Craig here and signing off. And like I said, I'll be here next week.
There's a place I go to when no one knows me. It's not lonely. It's a necessary thing. It's a place I made up. Find out what I made up. The nights I stayed up. Counting stars and fighting sleep. Let it wash over me. Ready to lose my feet. Take me off to the place where one reviews life's mystery.